Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Film Pigs on GeekNation. It's a web series. It's about the movies. Before we get going, I'd just like to say that I saw the movie Warcraft.
Oh.
It is an intense piece of garbage, and it bombed here in this country, but they're still going to make a sequel out of it. Why? Because it did great internationally.
It's like one of the biggest movies in China ever.
This is my question.
Yeah.
China.
Can I ask a question?
What the fuck is going on? Yes, please.
What, did you not enjoy it because the movie was in Chinese? I mean,
No, it was in English. I understood it. I mean, I understood the language. I just didn't. It was dull.
But it's doing great in China.
Huge.
And they're making a sequel.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's big money in Warcraft.
Bajillion dollars.
Hey, I'm your host this episode, Todd Anderson. This is Steve Skelton.
Hey.
He's a film pig. Our other film pig, Steve Falk, is busy making some kind of program for an FXXXXXX show.
Yeah.
And this is our special guest back for the third time.
Third time, yeah.
Kurt Buller.
Yay.
Thank you.
He is instantly recognizable. You know him from just about everything. Every TV show and every movie. He's
The last episode of Hot in Cleveland?
He was in the last episode of Hot in Cleveland. He worked with George Takei, which is a name that might come up.
Omar.
That's my ringtone. I have that on my phone. That's my ringtone. Hey, let's toast popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd.
Hey.
Where are our glasses?
Somebody pilfered our glasses, so we're drinking out of plastic cups. It's how it goes.
Like hobos.
This is good scotch.
We're just fitting in the neighborhood here, drinking out of plastic cups. So we're going to start the show like we do every time with this segment we call Rash Judgments, because you see, there's a bunch of movies coming out this weekend at the multiplex, and it can be pretty harrowing to look at that marquee and go, "Oh God, what do I go see?" How do you know? Well, you could read critics. You could look at Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic, whatever,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Talk to your friends.
I'm not going to do that.
That's all dumb. That's a bad idea. You should listen to us.
Yep.
We haven't seen the movies, granted, but we know more than anybody else ever in time about movies. So I'm going to start with Steve Skelton here and ask him what his rash judgment is.
Hey, you guys. My rash judgment is for a movie called Pink Zone, which it's weird because in IMDb it said it was a movie from 2014. So I don't know if I looked at the right trailer, but it's like it looks like a dystopian, super low budget sci-fi movie shot on an iPhone, where women are endangered and men in tight white outfits chase them.
It sounds like a fever dream I had.
It really is. No, I'm
Why
still
are you talking like a child?
still trying to unpack the trailer, and because there wasn't a lot of dialogue, there was just a lot of images and like groin grabbings and screaming
men in tight
faces.
clothes.
Yeah. And I'm not quite sure. I can't tell if this movie is meant to be like kind of like a serious type of sci-fi, but low budge sci-fi, or kind of a parody or satire on social issues. So because I'm utterly confused by it, I want to see this movie now.
To make sense of it.
I just want to know what it is.
All right. Well, there you go.
And why it's now apparently being released now, but IMDb says 2014, so I don't know if it's like a festival movie, it's getting a theatrical, I don't know.
Well, IMDb never gets anything wrong. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's my go-to for facts.
There's your Bible. IMDb said it, I believe it, and that's all there is to say.
Your Honor.
Well, there you have it. That's Skelton's feelings about Pink Zone.
Pink Zone. I'm confused. I'll see it.
Pink Zone.
If a movie confuses me enough, I'll go see it.
It just sounds like a porno title to me. Pink Zone. I would watch it if it was a porno movie. I'm not going to watch.
Oh no, I had to redo my Google search and add movie to Pink Zone to get the trailer. Yeah.
Your PC immediately
Yeah, if you just
shut
go
down.
Pink Zone, it goes straight to.
Yeah.
Took you a while to come up with movie.
Well, yeah, that's right. So, not this one. Not this one.
Steve Falk may not be here right now, but he's not above phoning something in. So here is Steve Falk's rash judgment via his phone.
Hey everybody, this rash judgment is for Absolutely Fabulous, the movie. long-running British show about the two ladies who drink a lot and smoke a lot and call everyone sweetie and darling, and then they made a movie out of it way later. And it looks... I just spit. Yeah, that's how it looks to me.
Wow. Well, his perspective's always really interesting.
He's always got something to say.
I say.
I say. You're a big ab-fab guy?
No.
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 No, not really.
No.
Okay, let's ask Kurt Fuller what he's going to rash judge. What are you rash judging?
I am rash judging Star Trek Beyond.
Oh, what's your feelings there?
Well, not a lot.
Not a lot of
Star
feeling.
Trek Beyond, I did delve deep into the trailer. And it's directed by the guy who directed some of the Fast and Furiouses. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of special effects. There's a lot of things hurtling around.
I love hurtling.
To me, the best special effect of any Star Trek movie was the one. What's the name of the movie where William Shatner was climbing?
Star Trek V, The Final Frontier.
Yeah, Star Trek: The Final Frontier. Best and scariest special effect ever is William Shatner, probably 60 at the time, climbing Half Dome without ropes, maybe without even, spiky shoes, with his uniform on, just sort of hanging on the mountain. Best thing I've ever seen in my life.
His space girdle.
Yeah, I cried for him. Yeah, probably wearing that girdle too.
Yeah, just
You're right.
Crammed into the...
But Star Trek Beyond is basically a bunch of, like a big spaceship race. And it's the movies business this summer is having a pretty good time. But you know what isn't? Is sequels. You want to know why? Because they're so special effects laden now that you could take special effects from any movie and put it in another movie and you can hardly tell the difference. And that is what is wrong with Star Trek Beyond, because it looked a lot like Fast and Furious.
It just needs Vin Diesel.
But didn't they announce that Sulu is coming out of the closet in this movie?
Big
They
whoop.
are making this
Or is that the next one?
gay in this one.
You know,
this one?
Yeah.
I came out of the closet in 1984. No one made a goddamn movie about it. You know what I mean?
Well, interestingly, George Takei had a problem with it, I guess.
Yeah, he didn't like it.
yeah.
He
Why?
didn't care for it.
Because he thought it was kind of messing with Roddenberry's original conception of the character.
Oh,
And he was
wow.
thinking, just make a new character and make that, and don't try and retrofit the existing characters,
And then
which is
the-
an interesting argument.
And then the Spock guy, Zachary Quinto, he had a problem with Takei's problem. And
Why would he get involved with any of that?
'Cause he's
Why?
Spock.
Well, he's Spock, and he's
And they're all kind of in the
he's-
Star Trek
he's
circle.
also-
Decay is not. Decay is at home, growing vegetables.
Yeah, but he's still, he's still in the Star Trek circle.
All right.
But the guy in the current franchise felt like he had to defend it, which makes
Well, Simon Pegg did too, because Simon
Simon
Pegg
Pegg did.
wrote the script. So
Right,
it's,
right.
I think
Boy.
Simon Pegg's idea for.
Okay.
Right.
And by the way, thanks for not having me do Ghostbusters.
Do you want to talk about
No.
Ghostbusters?
I was in Ghostbusters too, for the 5 of you who don't know. I assume there are 6 watching.
Well, one's asleep.
And this is, I guess, is just being called Ghostbusters. And
Yeah.
no, I have
Yeah.
nothing to say about it.
Oh, okay.
Because I was not asked to participate.
You're not
My
part of it.
input was not requested. And no one has called me about it.
Well, I'm pretty sure they replaced you with a woman.
Apparently,
makes
my
you feel
name
any
is
better.
not Bill Murray.
Oh, well,
Okay.
that's unfair.
We'll have you come back and do Ghostbusters 2, though, when they do the next one.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. I love that idea. I couldn't be happier about that idea. Hey, that's Rash Judgments. Thanks, everybody. That was great. Now, on the Film Pigs, we're not just about taking from you the internet. We're about giving.
That's all we do.
And we like to give back whenever we can. So this episode we're giving to you in the form of a public service announcement designed to
PSA.
enhance your lives, the lives of your children, and the lives of their children. So, Skeleton, what should we do?
I think probably, let's just roll it.
Roll it.
Hello, people of the internet.
Hi, information superhighway folk.
Yo, individuals using the World Wide Web.
Let's say, hypothetically, that you're the maker of studio comedy movies.
It's a hypothetical. Not real, could be hypothetical.
Hypothetical. It's an example. You know, you got to imagine you're something else.
Like the maker of studio comedies.
As if your name is, I don't know, let's just say Judd.
People might call you Mr. Apatow.
You're Judd Apatow.
Hi, Judd. Here's the thing. You like to let your actors play with these things called ad-libs.
It's a quick make-em-up.
Funny sentences. You come up with them on the spot, like just now. Nothing of what I just said was written down anywhere.
It's fun to make up shit on the fly, isn't it? You know who's good at that stuff?
I am.
Kurt Fuller. I saw him do it on set once. He came up with like 20 different jokes about how stupid my hair looks.
You know, I'll bet he came up with a bunch of his own lines in that Wayne's World movie.
Time out. Nope. The writers still get credit for that because there has been a bit of a lawsuit going on for about a decade. So I can't get into that.
Ad-libs. See, I wasn't supposed to say that either.
I'm making up what I'm saying right now.
These things make for great extras on collector's editions of DVDs.
Blooper, outtake, fun times.
Nobody really buys DVDs anymore.
You do.
Like I said.
So what do you do with all those great takes if there aren't DVDs to put them on?
All that creativity goes to waste.
So many hilarious ad-libs. Where do they go?
I'm making up what I'm saying again right now. What will become of it?
If an ad-lib falls by itself in a forest, does it make a sound?
Yeah, it seems like most of the ad-libs are being jammed into the movie itself these days.
Just jammed in there, all lined up, one after the other.
I mean, Melissa McCarthy's hilarious. You can't throw any of that stuff away. She worked so hard to make up all that stuff all of a sudden in the moment.
Just put one after the other, just right there in the movie.
It's like John Cena in Trainwreck. You know, it's like 7 or 8 comic tags for the same scene.
In a row.
I don't want to be a dick about this.
Kurt Fuller is no dick.
It is not cool to suggest that Kurt Fuller is a dick.
I mean, I love coming up with ad-libs, but I don't expect every single one to make the cut.
And every single one of those jokes about my garbage hair were fucking gold, you guys. Hurtful, but gold.
I like hair jokes. Whoops! I wasn't supposed to say that either. But imagine how much shorter this PSA would be if that had been cut out.
Just pick one, Judd. I won't be insulted. All you need is one good one to cap the scene.
Pick one.
Pick one.
Pick one.
One!
One.
One.
One take. One.
A take of one.
One take.
You know.
One is the winner.
One is not a lonely number after all.
Number one is top of the heap.
2 minus 1.
Which is 1.
-1 plus 2.
Which is 1.
Eins!
Those jokes about Todd's crap hair were absolute gold.
But 1 was all the gold you need.
More than one gold is greedy.
So, 1.
Pick one take.
Now I feel super insecure about my hair.
1!
Otherwise, your comedy movie is too long.
Well, there you have it. That was our PSA. I hope it was helpful. I certainly.
I don't remember doing it. That's how.
I don't remember it either. But I hope it was helpful. That brings us pretty much to the end of this episode of the Film Pigs. I'd like to thank Steve Falk, of course, for phoning it in, and Skelton for standing it in.
Yet somehow still phoning it in.
And I'd like to thank our very special guest, Kurt Fuller, for coming back. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you just come back next week?
You know what? I will.
All right! Yes! He's coming back! I have been your host, Todd Anderson, and until next time, the concession stand is closed due to health code violations. Bye-bye!
I wonder if our real glasses will be back next week.